What's going on, everyone? So the time has come to finally start working on my 83 Tercel Wagon. If anybody's watched any of my previous videos, I was talking about stripping this car down, sanding it all down, fixing any rust that's on it, and I'm going to be repainting the car this summer, hopefully sooner than later. So I'm going to go ahead and start stripping all the lenses off this thing, get all the door handles pulled, things like that, because I'd like to try to at least do a halfway decent paint job, but I don't want to totally gut the car because I'm not looking to make it perfect because it is my toy. I'm just more or less wanting to make it last longer because like this hood looks terrible, which I'll show everybody kind of what I'm dealing with and what my plans are. Alright, so here's my hood situation, which I had to get a new hood for this car because the one that was on it when I bought it was just crap. And this was actually a free hood. It used to be white, which I painted this hood to the code that's on the car, which it's kind of hard to tell now, but it doesn't match the car. This car has been repainted before. But this is what happens when you use cheap clear coat. I mean, this is after 1 year. That's what this hood looks like. It's totally disgusting and ruined. So, of course, that's an issue. Also, we got a lot of bubbling going on here in the doors. A little bit down here. Nothing too bad, but if I leave this go, it's going to get really bad. And it's also starting to around the lock cylinder. Right here as well, the paint's chipped off. I kind of just sprayed it in the middle of winter just to slow it down. Same with down here. It's bubbling here. Looks like someone's fixed it here because it's a little bit of Bondo. And also, this was black when I bought this thing. And of course, because the paint don't match, it's very noticeable. So that's annoying. Also, around these back quarter windows are getting pretty rusty. Starting here too. So I'm going to pull these windows out. I got to pull the roof rack off. Pull these little trim pieces off, door handles, these. Probably end up having to pull these windows out because these are supposed to be black from factory, which I'm thinking of just going back to the way it should be and making them black because I tinted the windows and everything. I think it'll flow nice. Plus, that's how that car is. And I don't know, it just looks good. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Oh, hey, look, my tire gauge. How about that? As for the hatch, it may not look bad. This hatch is a pile of crap. So somebody's already fixed this very well. It's like denting in and cracking everywhere. So that's a problem. It's rusting around the window. This is really bad. This is literally like a layer of Bondo under here. And this is all Bondo. And underneath this panel here, it's full of rust holes. So this hatch is actually really rough. So I went ahead and actually got a whole extra hatch for it. So I don't have to worry about all the sanding and prep work on that. Got some bubble in here. This was half you know what repaired. Same with here. It's rusting. This side's not too bad. There's a little bit of bubble in here, and then this isn't pretty. This door started getting pretty bad. I had a huge rust bubble pop right here. And there's this big bubble here. And I do have a couple of holes in behind my mud flap I want to address, as well as this nice Bondo job there. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do on this thing, sanding. Same with the roof. It's kind of rusting in places it shouldn't be rusting. It's worse over here. Which is crazy because none of this stuff was here when I bought this car 3 years ago. It's just insane. And I keep my stuff clean, so that's the sad part. So yeah, I want to go ahead and get the lenses out, the grill off, the roof rack, wiper arms, get this panel here removed, get the mirrors out, handles out, cylinders out, tail lights, marker lights, and this whole hatch is going to be coming off at some point in this process. So yeah, I'm going to basically get this thing stripped down to just the body. I'll have to get the rear bumper pulled as well. I don't know if I want to do the front bumper. There's really not much metal that needs painted other than here. So I think I'm going to try to get away with just pulling it like that and painting it, because, you know, that's fitting properly. Not looking to do a professional job, just help prolong the car a little bit because it's getting pretty rusty. So, and I'm going to be doing the same thing I did to that car, to this car, full rattle can paint job. And that's the paint I'm using. I've been buying all the paint over the winter, supplying it. That should be enough. I think I went through like 11 cans on the other car, so I got 12 new ones there and an unopened one in there. So all I got left to buy is clear and some primer. And it should be good. So I guess let's go ahead and get ripping on this thing, get this thing stripped. Alright, so I've been really cranking away on this thing. I did get the moldings taped off because I'm not ripping them off. Did get them lenses removed, the wipers off, and I went ahead and already painted these door pillars black like they're supposed to be from factory. Look, runs better in the car. Because I want to be able to just cover the entire window area when I paint it so I'm not just blowing all the overspray inside. So I went ahead and did that now. Well, actually last night. Looks good, right? Good enough for government work. And I already did pull this window out of here, which you can see it traps water in here, and that's why this rusts the way it does, which is annoying. I already pulled the taillights, the rear bumper off, stuff like that, off camera. But I'm going to go ahead and video how I remove these quarter panel windows. It's pretty simple. I've done so many of them now. I'm like an expert. Now that I say that, I'll screw this one up really badly. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show you how I do this. This is literally all I use. Paint scrapers. You can get away with just one, which I usually just use the metal one, but since I found this one on my bench, it's a little easier with two, but you can get away with just one. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, let's get this window out. I usually start at the top. I don't know, it just seems like it's the easier place to get access to. Just tuck it under that seal. Fold it back. Take another one. Go on the other side. Corner. Alright, like so. Pull that one back out. Take it a little bit further down. Same with this one. A little bit further down until you work this corner out. There, see the corner's out now. From there it's a lot easier. You're just doing the same thing. Don't mind if my head's in the way. There's that. I'll take this one out. I'll go through the door so you can see better. Same thing. Go to the corner. That'll just fall out, which means that's loose now. Oh, we'll do one more. Just push that corner out. Pretty much from there, you can just pull it out by hand. Just come out here to the top and just gracefully pull it. Don't give her all the onions. And that's it. Took me less than a minute. Pull that window off. Booyah. What time is it?
It is paint time. No better time.
Yeah, we're not feeling the best, so we're going to go ahead and paint the brown Toyota today.
Immune systems.
Right. Why won't you stay on Oldie's bag? Okay, so whatever. This thing's ready to get painted. We already did spray the jams real quick. I don't feel like opening the door, but we did the hatch jam and got the new hatch swapped on it, and I didn't really video much of me ripping this thing apart because I don't know, I just didn't. I think doing the painting part of it's going to be the more exciting part. So yeah, we're not trying to build a show car here, just trying to fix some of the rusty spots and I guess repaint it, make it look halfway decent, right?
That's right.
This hood's gonna look like total dirt no matter what I do because this hood's bent and rippled and it's really bad. And that's why it's got such uneven sanding spots, because that's all the high and low spots. So that hood, it's gonna look way worse now that it's gonna be shiny. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started on painting this thing, and it's just gonna be a big time-lapse video, I guess. Yeah. Let's get to the paint. need to invest in a paint mask because I'm tasting paint. I'll taste it for a week. No big deal. It's good for you. Oh, she's got the clear on it. As far as I know, I'm all done. It's not perfect. Kind of had a little bit of problem with the paint. I think it was my primer that I was using, was filler primer, because I knew this car had some imperfections, so I thought that'd be a good idea. But I probably should have sanded it, so it took extra paint to kind of smooth it out, because I don't know, it was like kind of textured from the primer. So I had to run to the store and buy like another 6-7 cans of paint, but whatever, it is what it is. Ain't bad. A couple bugs jumped in it, no big deal. I'm actually surprised this hood came out halfway decent, because it was really just sucking in the paint every time I'd paint it, so I was like, oh no. But I mean, this don't look too bad. I love this Spray Max 2K clear. It always lays down really smooth. I mean, it's got a few imperfections in it here and there, but I mean, I'm not trying to build a show car. It's almost too nice now. I'm not going to want to get it all scratched. It's, you know, I mean, I'm happy with it. It's only my second time painting a car, and this is a full Rattle can paint job, which I'm sure you noticed in the video. I did have a little blemish up here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Looks like the paint wiggled a little bit, but you know what? That's not a big deal, because there's going to be a Toyota sticker there anyway. Had a couple of paint runs. I had a nozzle that gave me some problems, you can see there, but went ahead and did the jams and cleared them real quick. Didn't care to make it special, just so when you open the door you're like, hey, it's red, because I didn't want to see this color when I opened the door. I told myself I wasn't going to paint the jams, and then I painted the jams. So yeah, I'm so glad I painted these black again. That looks so good with the red. I'm a sucker for red and black. Look at that. Uh-huh. By all means, this is not a clean environment for painting, so I'm pretty impressed it came out as good as it did. And here's the wiper cowl. Not bad. So yeah, that's how she looks. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna leave this thing sit here and bake for like the next 7 days. I ain't even gonna touch it. It's just gonna sit here and look pretty. Got the old heat pump running there on 75. Get her nice and warm, like a little oven in here. Sweet. So yeah, there it is. But yeah, if you're looking for a good clear for a spray can, this is the stuff I've learned that's really good. It's expensive, and don't forget to push this button on the bottom. That's what this is for. I learned the hard way on my gray Toyota. I cleared it and never pushed that button on the bottom. Yeah, I couldn't get it to dry, so I had to clear it again with the button pushed, and it took like legit a month to cure. So make sure you push this button. Yeah, I bought this stuff on Amazon. I bought 12 cans of it for like 200 bucks. That's like the best clear I can find in a Rattle can, because anything else I buy just doesn't last. It always ends up fading really bad in the sun, kind of like how the hood was on this car originally. That was just your regular, I don't even know where it is, your Rust-Oleum clear. It's in there somewhere. I don't feel like digging for it. So yeah, there she is, all finished. I love the red. I don't know why. I always wanted a red Tercel wagon, so why not just paint my brown car red? Alright, enough jibber jabbering about the car. We're gonna wrap this one up, but yeah, so there's you a cheap Rattle can paint job. What are you doing?
Pacing.
Why?
I do it.
Huh?
Pacing. That's what I do.
Oh, I'm videoing you. Hey, get over there by the car. You match the car.
With my sarcasm and coffee.
Yeah. Look at that. The Toyota's done. And it's back together.
Coffee because it used to be brown.
Alright, look how good this thing looks. What do you call it?
Bloody diarrhea.
She calls it bloody diarrhea because it used to.
It was a brown turd and it turned red.
No, yeah, whatever. It's disgusting. So here it is. The 83 has been transformed into a beautiful red Tercel wagon now.
She is beautiful though. The only thing that it's not complete yet. The only thing left to do is to re-white the tires.
It does need new letters.
Yeah.
You could do that for me today.
It looks good. I was going to do it in the garage when you were doing the mini Jeep engine. But
That would have been a great idea. So here it is. Came out pretty good, minus the dirt that got in my hood. I was really worried about this hood not coming out right. I thought for sure it was going to be really ripply and rough because this hood's pretty beat up. But man, this hood looks like $1,000,000 now. It's only got like 3 dents that you can see. And a little bit of bugs. Bugs got in my paint. Pretty disappointing. But yeah, this is just straight spraying the can and clearing it. That's it. No wet sanding, no buffing. I think I'm going to leave it. Looks good. Went ahead and painted the trim on my marker lights black again. It's looking mint. Got all new bolts holding my mud flaps on now. Stainless hardware because half of them broke taking them out, so I had to use new hardware anyway. Oh yeah, look at it. I did get a couple of paint runs in it. I had one of my paint cans that I didn't know the nozzle was screwing up until it was too late. So I do got a little bit of runnage on the door, a little bit here, and a little bit on this side somewhere. It's kind of hard to see, but whatever, who cares? As soon as I noticed what was going on, I changed the tip out. Still got to get my sticker made for that, but put a new logo on the hatch. New hatch. Just gave this the old rebuild real quick. I was actually going to switch this, but I couldn't use the other one because my reverse light would have been smaller, and I don't want a smaller reverse light. So yeah, she's looking fresh. It's like a brand new car. How am I supposed to pound this in the winter now? Now I got 2 nice Tercels. It's amazing how beat up and nasty this car was. And if anybody remembers all the bubbling I had going on here and down there and all the mix match paint, and it's not perfect, but she's looking pretty good. And we did do the jams. Then when you open the door, it's like, oh, pa, looking nice. Now these are all black. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the roof. As you can see, I'm sealing the window, so I just left it. Screw it. What are you doing?
the truck wants to breathe. We can't drive it, so it wants to breathe.
The truck wants to breathe in the tarp garage.
Yeah, we're suffocating it in here.
Yeah, it could use some air. So yeah, there's the end result. I love it. I think it looks great. Came out a lot better than I thought. What do you think? Come out better than you thought?
Absolutely beautiful, but I knew you'd do a good job.
I only have like 9,000 gallons of paint in my nose.
Oh, God.
I bet the inside of my lungs look as good as this car.
I was out there for 20 minutes. I was miserable.
Need a paint mask.
I tried to use a COVID mask. Like, who thought paint and paper would go well together?
Yeah, they don't. Alright, so we're going to send that video off. There it is.
Now we have...
Tell me what you think in the comments. You impressed that that's a rattle can job, or do you hate it? Do you love it? I don't know. I don't really care. I like it.
Now we have red and blue. We need white.
Yeah, I had a white Tercel before. She's disappointed I no longer have it because
Or paint the gray one white.
I'm not painting it. It looks fine.
Missed opportunity.
I am leaving that car the way it is. It looks great.
But now we need a white one. So if you know where you can buy a white one, leave that in the comments.
We could paint the Blazer white.
No, it's not a turd.
What?
I mean, it's a turd because it's a Chevy, but it's not a turd.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Anybody that's excited about that project's not going to be very happy with you.
I'm not a
Divorced.
Chevy. I'm not a Chevy girl.
Meanwhile, there's Chevys surrounding you everywhere.
I told you to put them all in their timeout corner.
Meanwhile, all the Chevys here don't drive because they're all broke.
Yeah.
Broken. Broken K5. Well, that's not broken, but...
Okay, this is the one I can get with. This is the only one I liked.
Okay.
This is the only one that matters anyway.
Yeah. Nobody knows about this truck either. It's just hiding in here.
That's why I said she needs to breathe.
Yeah, it could use a breath. All right, let's get out of here. Peace.